Welcome back everyone to my weekly series where I introduce you to new games to play on Roblox. If you like discovering new games for Roblox, be sure to support the channel by hitting that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, this is episode 6. That's right, we're on like a month and a half of these. Man, it's already been 6 weeks. So if you missed a previous episode, be sure to check those out. I will link them in the description, or you can click on the top right for the previous episode. That way you can check out even more new games to play on Roblox, because we got like 6 weeks. The past 6 weeks, I've been introducing new games to y'all, and I appreciate all your comments, by the way, and suggestions. A lot of these today are from you. So if you have a new game you want to suggest, be sure to do so in the comments below. Now, we got a lot of different games for you this week. Oh my gosh, this is probably the biggest episode I've done, but we have a big variety of them. We got some dungeon crawlers. We got some games like this, open world style, RPG style games, a little bit more like the World Zero. I'll talk about this one in a second. We also have some simulators, some obbies, and a bunch of others. Yeah, we got a lot of games to cover today. So let's get into it. First of all, this game is Swordburst 3 by the Twin Atlas crew. You know that crew that did like Creatures to Scenaria, and they did like Dragon Adventures, Winds of Fortune, Warships. Dude, they do some really good games. And the devs reached out to me and said, hey, have you checked out our new game? And sure enough, I hadn't, and I'm glad I did, because this is actually really cool. So the only downside of this game is it's currently in like a beta form, so it's in like a closed beta, so you do need to spend 400 Robux. Yeah, I said it, 400 Robux to be able to get access to this early, and of course there's going to be data wipe. But yeah, 400 Robux is a little steep. That's a lot more than what Big Games was doing for Big Paintball for sure. But essentially, it's that kind of game where you have like different abilities you can get. You can level up. You become more powerful by that. You have different bursts, which are your abilities. So you can discover chests to like get gear. You can go over here, do quests. Of course, I'm still on the beginner quest here. But yeah, there's a variety of things you can do in this game. Of course, if you're looking for another quest game, like hack and slash adventure game. Also, apparently they have dungeons. So when you talk to the beginner trainer, they do talk about different towers and such. So you can see we're on floor 1. The goal is to clear the tower dungeon and move on to the next floor. Yeah, that's the dungeon right there. That's a huge tower. You need to clear that to be able to get to the next floor. So if you want to check this game out, of course, I will link it in the description. All right, next up, we have a game called Elemental Dungeons, and this game was recommended by like 100 people. No joke. There's a lot of people that recommended this game. I don't even know like if I can fit all of their names. I'm just gonna thank you all. I'll show as many as I can. But I think this is like one of the most requested games in a while, and apparently everyone loves this game. Now, it's just kind of like Treasure Quest and Dungeon Quest. If you ever played those, they're pretty much dungeon crawlers, and it's fun. Don't get me wrong, it is fun. So you can go here and you can join a lobby. It's just like Dungeon Quest and Treasure Quest. You know, you're gonna go in here, you're gonna look for dungeons. There's no dungeons, so I probably need to create one. So let's just do what level am I? I'm only level 4, so let's go in here and create. So it's just like all those other games that are, you know, dungeon crawlers, where you go in, you gotta kill a boss. Let's go and start it. And it's just like Dungeon Quest, dude. It's just like it. If you didn't play Dungeon Quest or Treasure Quest, like, you're missing out. And then you can switch back over to sword. Man, we're one-shotting these guys. You can heal yourself, of course. Yeah, it's actually pretty smooth. I like it. It feels good. You know, it's kind of easier than Dungeon Quest was. It's kind of closer to like a Treasure Quest, in my opinion. So if you're looking for like a really easy and fulfilling dungeon crawler, if you're into these type of games, it's definitely for you. I kind of miss these games. It's been a while since I played them, and they're actually quite fun. So you do have boss fights just like Dungeon Quest and Treasure Quest. Range attacks are your friend. And then, of course, at the end of the match, you get like a random drop, just like Dungeon Quest. I mean, there's not much different here. It's just a newer version of it, and it's pretty smooth. I like it. So now we're going to take a turn for something completely different. I've been waiting for this for a while. It's been a moment, but it's out. Radiant Resonance is out. This game was recommended by Axe1479, and I did hear about this on Twitter from someone a while back. I can't remember who recommended it to me, but it's a multiplayer survival horror game where the end of the world has finally come. The atomic bomb is dropping, and you have 1 minute to collect items from your house and retreat to the bunker. It kind of reminds me of Minutes Remain a little bit. Man, that's a really good percentage, 90% too. There's 2,800 people active, so let's get into it. All right, so when you first spawn in here, you're gonna notice there's just kind of a weird looking lobby. Just go past all this stuff. You don't have to be in here. And then you go over here to the play area. It's just kind of like doors in all those games where you have to go into a match with other people. You can play with, I think, solo. You can also go 2 players. And then, of course, 3, 4, and we're going to go in 4. So the last time I played it, I survived 4 days. It gets pretty crazy. You're going to see in a second. All right, so this is where it all begins. Emergency alert system, nuclear attack scenario. So essentially what happens is you have 1 minute to gather a bunch of stuff from your house. And now we only have 1 minute to gather as much as we can. We're going to take blueprints. See what else we got in here. We got med kits, gas mask. All right, at this point, a nuke occurs, and we're stuck in the bunker together. So how this works is we have to ration our stuff off, and we need to all, like, vote on, like, who can eat stuff and get permission, who can heal. It's basically a group effort. On top of that, like, bugs can, like, get in vents and stuff. It's basically kind of like a Five Nights Freddy. It's kind of like that. All right, so let's head down. So these are vents. You can check them, so you can look inside them. You can place traps in them. You got all your supplies here. Right here, generator, you can interact with that. You got food here. You know, want to eat it, then you have to, like, vote for it or get permission. And they have to all vote to allow you to. And then you got med kits here if you get injured. Also, you can get invaders who come in and shoot at you. And that's the last time that I played. That's pretty much what happened to us. We kind of all died to that. Right here shows, like, everyone's health, so you can, like, see, like, how everyone's doing. You can also, like, check everything here, things to do. There's a market, so if you want to pay to win, you could do that. Toilet pipe is broken. And I died already. Or day 8. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. All right, next up is a game by my friend Zulios. You remember the developer of Anarchy Arena and also formerly Bed Wars. He did some Bed Wars stuff. He's an awesome dev. And this is his new game. It's kind of like, you know, that pizza game. It's like that pizza. There's like a bunch of them like this. There's like the work at a pizza shop, restaurant thingy. All those classics. Those classic, you know, Roblox games. The difference is this one is gross. You like, it's insane. There's like rats in here. You can like cook stuff. Dude, there's an alien right there. Like, there's aliens downstairs. It's just wacky. It is a wacky game. There's like, look at all these things you can buy too. This is weird. You can get a gun and you can put stuff in the microwave. Watch this. It's mostly done by dragging, so you can like hold and open things. We'll put this thing inside there and it's cooking because you just have to like, oh, dude, I was cooking myself. I accidentally cooked myself. I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, so apparently you do not want to be that close to the microwave. You will see, like, your body gets left there, so you can, like, do whatever to it. It's so weird. There's stuff in here. There's, like, if you go downstairs, there's, like, an alien. Oh, we got a weapon now. So there's an alien down here. So what you need to do is you need to kill the alien. Make sure you don't die. It's pretty easy to kill. So you drag the alien body. And you need to bring it up here where it says insert alien here. There we go. So you can just keep doing that over and over and it gives you money. Yeah, this is one crazy game, dude. I've seen a lot of people play it. They love it. Yeah, so if you're looking for a crazy game, this is definitely crazy. If someone figures this game out, let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious. All right, next up is a game called Money Simulator Z, and I don't really know why it's called Z. I'm guessing that's the new X, right? So you go from X to Z. Just skip the Y, you know? Skip the Y. Hey, there's a Y. But no, seriously, like, this game is pretty fun. This is my plot here. I'll explain how it works. If you like these cookie clicker style games, like if you like Bitcoin Miner and that Dogecoin game, you'll probably love this game. Honestly, I kind of got stuck playing it because it's so fun. This one was recommended by Michelle Soli 6989. Pretty much the kind of farm that you start out with. And then over here, you can click on this thing to boost the machine, or you can go over here and upgrade your machine, and you can get more machines by upgrading stuff over here. So it's kind of like Tycoon meets Simulator. You can see I'm upgrading these, and by upgrading these, I can unlock more machines. So now we got more machines we can unlock. We can do a bucks generator, cards generator, ores generator, and so on. So you can just keep getting more and more of these. And of course, rebirthing makes you earn more money. And as you upgrade your base, you know, it just kind of gets upgraded like this visually. So you see, you know, new stuff. And then of course, there's this whole like perks tree from prestiging. So when you prestige, you can like upgrade stuff and make more money. So if you like these style games, this one's super addictive. It's not overly complicated. Like I felt like some of the minor games kind of got a little complicated where you had to like place stuff manually and like, you know, had to figure out your fans and like cooldown, and it just got really complicated. This one's just like a cookie clicker. That's literally what it is. Just a bunch of stuff going constantly like a factory, and you just keep upgrading stuff and get more money. It's kind of weird, dude. I don't know why I like these games sometimes. They're kind of just relaxing and mind numbing. I don't know. There's not a lot of skill. Actually, there's no skill required for these games. Zero skill required for this game. All right, next up we have a game called Battle Bricks. This was recommended by a whole lot of people. I'm just going to shout you all out at once on the screen here. Thank you all for recommending this game. I played this game before. Either that, I played a game like it. And user XG1 is saying here that it's inspired by Battle Cats, but I don't think it's inspired by Battle Cats as much as it's just inspired by the whole castle defense genre. So there's a whole castle defense genre that is exactly this. And how it works is you have your loadout. You know, you can bring in units to the game. And when you start your match, you're going to see that you have some units here and they cost money. Much like placing, I guess, a tower defense game, the difference is you're deploying your units to the field. So he's got this guy right here. He's a basic unit grunt. And so we got these, and each one costs currency. So you can see this one costs 50, this one's 150, this is 200. And we could choose to save up a little bit, like let him kind of like fight these guys for a bit. Then we'll deploy one of these guys. They're kind of OP because they're ranged. And then after that, we could deploy one of these guys to kind of tank for him. There's different types of units. There's range. There's, you know, obviously melee. There's tankier ones. There's a whole lot of these guys. So as you progress through the game, you could get better units. I don't know that there's any kind of like PvP in this game. I haven't experienced it or seen it yet. And then of course you got your tower. It has different weapons you can equip to your tower. It's not just this one. This is just one of them. But taking out like really big guys, you can like fire and blow up the guys in the, you know, lane to kind of help you out. Yeah, this game's pretty fun. If you're looking for something like this, you like the castle defense genre, there's tons of them on mobile. If you've never played these before, there's tons of them. And again, the objective here is to take out the enemy base. All right, next up is a game called Grapple Up, recommended by Nero Ramiru. And this game is pretty cool. It's kind of ragey, though. So it is like your typical steep step style game, you know, or Alta Torture, but not really Alta Torture. It's just one of those obby games where you got like different meters and checkpoints to reach. This is just a fun genre right now. I'm really glad that they've, you know, set these up. I've got another one in this video that we're going to recommend as well. But how this one works is you got a grapple, you can shoot it and then draw yourself in. So you can see right here, it says no rope with a hook. To shoot your hook, you hit E. To reset your hook, you hit R. There's controls for mobile as well, of course, but let's go and aim our hook. You could also do first person, and we're going to aim it up here like that. And then what you need to do is you can shorten your rope or extend it. We're going to shorten it with Z, and then we're going to draw ourselves up, and then you need to extend it back down so you can stop your ragdoll, and then your character is going to stand up, and then you can reset the hook like that, and then you need to do it again. And the arrows are pretty like friendly in that they kind of tell you where to go. I mean, it gets pretty hard a little bit later. Like you end up getting like really tight sections where you just can't like stop the ragdoll. But this is a super fun game. If you like this style game, definitely check it out. We played it during my YouTube members event the other day. Dude, it was rage inducing. Let me tell you that. Like we got to, there's another checkpoint that I'm at right now. We'll go to the bottomless pit. So this is where I'm at right now. And you can see like it gets pretty tight. Like you kind of have to go over here. And then once you're committed, you're committed. And then now we got to go over here. So yeah, and then the problem is if it's too lopsided, it gets really hard to land. But definitely check this game out if you're into like ragey obby style games. This one's very, very ragey. Now, if ragey obbies are not your thing, this one might make you very happy. This is a game developed by Jandal, the developer for Steep Steps, amongst other games, many other games. And this one is called Simple Steps. So, of course, the Steep Steps portal here if you want to go, you know, play the harder one. But this is pretty much Steep Steps with easy mode. This is like the beginner-friendly version of it. So you can kind of like maybe hone your skills here before you have to deal with Steep Steps. And this game was recommended by BX Games, by the way. There's also like a secret ladder in here. It's not very secret when there's a sign pointing straight at it, but it's a chocolate ladder. You can grab that, and then you use your ladders to climb, of course, because you can't jump in this game. And then so all you gotta do is deploy your ladder like this, climb up it, and then click it. Now, if your ladder does fall down, you have to go and retrieve it unless you pay to win. But this game is like beginner version of it, so you don't have like any like challenges really. That's why it's called Simple Steps. It's just like an easy mode. Now, of course, I've only played like the beginning of it. They could be lying, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. Also, you can tip your ladder like that to make a little bridge. If you're familiar with Steep Steps already, like you may as well just play this one just for fun. All right, next up, we take a turn for Simulatorville. It's kind of like a simulator. I mean, it's like a farming game, kind of like a farming game. So this game is called Ethical Apple Farm. This game was recommended by XVQ1C, as well as Bacon Was Taken. The whole idea is to, you know, create a farm that doesn't like pollute. If your farm is polluting, then you have a chance to like, I think like these monsters start like coming after you or something. I haven't really seen them yet, but you can see a little bit right here. These are like, this is kind of obvious pollution here. If you step on it, you start taking damage. So I don't really know what happened here because I'm not creating that pollution. But the whole idea is to like prevent you from like just automating everything and polluting. And so the more technology you use to ease your pain of farming, the more likely you're going to pollute. So of course you can go and sell your apples that you farm. This thing right here is auto collecting for me, which is kind of nice. So if I shake my tree, you can see they're like getting zapped. But you can sell your stuff. You can go over here, get more seeds or saplings, and you just continue to work on your farm. You can clear like flowers. It's your typical farming style game. And you can see this one got like polluted. It's crazy. So I'm adding pollution to my farm. So yeah, this is just like a unique spin on it. Your typical simulator games meets like a farming simulator, I guess. It's pretty cool. I think this is like one of those things that look for, I'm not 100% on this, but I think it looks for pollution. So if this is the style of game you like, definitely check it out. And finally, we're finishing up with a game called Islands Gods. This is a game I found today, actually, and it's quite fun, dude. So if you're familiar with Booga Booga, this is that kind of style game or even survival game. It's a lot like it, and I like it. It's actually quite fun. The mechanics feel good. Looting's fun. Like, breaking stuff's fun. Even combat's fun. And so far, I'm just really enjoying it. I don't know why. It's not a very popular game. It is fairly new. You can also kind of pay to win in here. Like, you can buy a starter pack that gives you, like, some really good weapons. And you could, of course, go around killing mobs, loot them. You can claim other people's bases. And, of course, the more you level, the more skills you can get. So, over here, you can unlock different skills. You get skill points. I mean, combat doesn't seem to be a big thing in this game. I haven't seen, like, a lot of people want to fight. It's usually the newbies that want to fight. But, like, most players are just kind of keep to themselves, which I really like. Although they might be just scared of my equipment because I'm kind of stacked. But there's even higher level stuff than what I've got. There's tons of different crafting things you can build, of course. You can build bases. See if we can find a base. I like the voxel style of this game too. It's really cool. Not quite Minecraft, but a little bit like it. You can harvest berries and eat them for thirst and hunger. Anvil here for crafting different weapons and tools. Pretty big world too. You can see how big it is. Pretty massive. So yeah, if you're looking for a fun survival game to check out, definitely check this game out. It's called Island Gods, not to be confused with Islands. Super fun. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you have any new games, again, new games, not like old games. I'm getting a lot of recommendations for older games. You know, I appreciate, but we're not really going to feature those when we have so many new games to feature every week. So if you have new games to check out, definitely recommend them in the comments below. If it's a good game worth checking out and trying, then I might just give you a shout out. Till next time, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next vid. Peace. Dude, what is going on with these guys? Trying to kill a chicken?